Undefeated heavyweight contender now, Amir Mansour, this Friday night takes on Epifanio Mendoza, Dover Downs, a few days away from the fight. How you feeling?
Good, man. Good.
You know about Mendoza?
Yeah, he has a lot of power. He throws some good, solid punches. He has that type of power that, knockout punches have. He has a lot of speed with him. I don't think he hits hard as Dominic Wynn. I don't think he hits hard as me either. But he's a good opponent. He puts himself in great positions to deserve or earn good fights. He's been in the ring with some very good guys. Chad Dawson, one particular southpaw he's been in against. And he has some very impressive knockouts. He just knocked out the Olympian Negron. And so he put himself in a good position to fight me. So that's what we're going to do.
I mean, you fought all heavyweights. This guy, let's be honest, he started as almost like a junior, a middleweight. He's worked himself up.
Exactly.
Like you said, I guess you saw the Dawson fight at light heavyweight. Is there a difference between him and light heavyweight and now him fighting at heavyweight?
Well, one thing about him, he was able to bring his punching power with him. Make no mistake about that. And so I don't underestimate this guy at all. I'm thinking I could come in maybe a little heavier than him. But other than that, like I said, he was able to bring his punching power with him, which is, something that if you have that real punching ability, if I go down the cruiserweight, I still bring my punching power with me. And he was able to bring his punching power up in the weight classes with him. So,
since,
formidable opponent.
Since you've come back, you've been blasting everyone out. The last fight with Dominic Wynn, you got 12 hard rounds in there, 10 or 12? 10 hard rounds. How did that feel?
It felt great. I felt good all through the fight. I never was winded. I think, I showed good sharp skills from round 1 to round 10. And I actually spoke with Dominic Wynn a few times since the fight. I asked him, his opinion on a few things because he's a very seasoned guy, and he's the first guy, that I caught with some nice punches. He didn't go anywhere, so he taught me a valuable lesson in that ring, and he's the first guy that went beyond 4 rounds with me as well. So
what
for me to get his aspect on a few things.
And what kind of feedback did you get from him?
Some very positive feedback on him. He actually told me that I should have this heavyweight division on lock. If I keep doing what I'm doing, said he was very surprised about, me continuing to go forward and putting that pressure on him, and very good defense, and I actually asked him how would he think I fare against Thomas Adamek, because I saw him and Adamek sparring on YouTube, and he told me that'd be a good fight for me, that Adamek wouldn't stand a chance, and I think I'm gonna take his advice, other things that other advice that he offered me. I'm gonna take that, run with it, and we're gonna try to get Adamek in March. We hear he has an HBO date, and we're gonna try to be his opponent for that date. As of this point, he doesn't have an opponent.
The fact that he's been fighting a lot here in New Jersey, and everyone knows who's been to Dover Downs know what kind of fan base you bring. I think that actually might add to your possibly getting a fight like that, being that not only will you bring your undefeated record to the table, you're going to sell some tickets if you say this fight's in Newark as well.
Well, Newark, New Jersey, is a great base for boxing. They have a large boxing community, large boxing fan base there, and I'm from South Jersey, so I'm a Jersey boy myself. So that would be spectacular as far as the tickets are concerned, and I think that throughout the country, it will get a lot of viewers watching that fight, because they do want to see a new heavyweight come up in the ranks, and they do want to see one of these guys in the top 10 fight up and coming heavyweight.
There's been a lot of talk about you on some of the message boards and whatnot. Have you been reading any of that stuff?
Lately, I haven't been. I've been going through a few personal problems, but I'm getting a lot of good press, a lot of fans, contacting me throughout Facebook and stuff like that. And
you also get some haters, which is actually somewhat cool in a weird way.
That comes with the territory, and some of them, make good points. You know what I mean? Some of them make good points. Some of them just make, the points that haters make. But at the end of the day, when that bell rings, it's just me and my opponent, and we got to do what we do.
Anything you want to say in closing before we see you on Friday night?
Yeah, I appreciate all the prayers that goes out for me and my family, and I just hope that all of y'all continue to pray for me and wish me the best, and I really appreciate it.
We'll see you Friday night in Dover.